presently constructed.
They can.
They can. That is the statement. It says it right there.
Okay.
The Lakers can win a title as presently constructed. Would you like to challenge that statement?
No.
Think that you put those two guys together, LeBron and AD, some of the shooting that they have around each other, and if they stay healthy and everything goes right, they have as good a chance as anybody out there.
They have as good a chance as anybody because it's one of those years. But I would say that Kuzma's not good enough as your third option guy to win a championship.
Sounds like you're thinking about challenge.
No, but I tell you what, every team has flaws this year. There's no Golden State out there that you go, man, no, they need to improve. They could do it with just on the force of AD and LeBron. But for them to make a long run, I think they got to improve. That third option guy's got to be better. He's got to be more consistent. He's got to be a guy that you can count on every single night to bring you something.
So you'd like to see them improve.
I would.
But you think this team could win a championship. Thus, no challenge.
The coaches only win 45% of the challenge. Brian and I are saving ours, okay?
You know what? That's probably a good strategy.
Right.
And again, so far, no need for the green prop light that we don't have. No. Number 3, Zion Williamson should sit the rest of the season.
Challenge. Throw the red.
I challenged
What we got?
We got a sound effect.
I heard something.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Right there. I was wishing we had one. We almost had one of those, but the NBA said you're not worthy of having a green light.
The production quality on this
No,
segment
the powers
is
that be at the NBA said you guys aren't worthy of having a green light.
I don't know about that conversation.
That's what happened.
Really?
Yes, it did.
Okay. So why would you like to challenge that?
Because he needs to get a feel for this league. He's a young kid. He needs to play. He needs to feel the strength of the league, the speed of the league. Things change so much when you get into the pros. Your windows, he's a very good passer. Your windows for passing are much smaller. What you think is a window when it was in college is not there as a pro. He has so much learning to do, and I love the kid. If he's healthy, he needs to play. If he's not healthy, of course. But saying he's healthy and not playing this year is idiotic. At 19, you just can't take a year off of your profession and think you're going to be better somehow miraculously. I don't know how that works.
And I concur.
You also challenged.
I challenged.
You threw the flag up, though.
I did. The challenge pin.
Okay, challenge pin. I like that. Yeah.
And the reason being, one, along your point, he does need to learn the league, the speed of the game, and all of that stuff. You don't know exactly what you have. If he's healthy, he should get out there and play. And it's different than like a Klay Thompson or Steph Curry on the Warriors, who you know what you have in them. They've already been there. They've done that.
Sure.
They've won championships.
Probably could use the rest.
Right.
Yeah.
And where their team is right now, there's no need of those guys trying to rush back and play. And if they don't play, it's not such a big deal. But with this team, you don't know what you have as a team, not just in Zion, but in a team with how he fits in with Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and the guys that they have. And so if he's able to play right now, especially going into before the trade deadline, there were rumors earlier about they were possibly shopping or listening to offers for Drew Holiday. Mm-hmm. Before you do anything like that, how about let's just see what this team is when they're all out there on the floor together? Yeah,
when you commit to build around a guy like they have around him, you got to find all your pieces, how they fit and how they don't fit. Mm-hmm. And the ones that don't fit, you got to get rid of them. Because this is your horse, and you got to put people in there that complement him.
I agree with everything you all said. I don't have a challenge here because
Okay.
I'm not a coach, but I agree with everything you said. But I'll believe it when I see it.
Well,
As far as Zion is concerned.
really?
Yeah. I'll believe it when I see him on the floor. Until then, I don't know. We've seen enough players sit out full seasons in the last 10 years.
So you're saying he's like a Bigfoot. You hear about him a lot, but you never really see him?
He's Sasquatch.
Okay, well, okay, there we go then. All right, well, I was kind of looking forward to watching him play. No, I'm just going to be disappointed.
I hope
I might as well go sit in the woods and look at a tree.
I hope to see him play.
I spent a lot of time in the woods. I've never seen a damn Sasquatch yet.
Nope,
Never.
haven't seen
A footprint,
Nope.
Nothing.
And where I come from, Missouri, they call him Momo.
Oh,
Missouri
Momo.
Monster.
Ooh.
Missouri Monster.
Okay.
Yeah. Haven't seen one of those either.
No.
Number 4.
Oh,
Trae
more.
Young should be an all-star starter regardless of the Hawks' record.
Starter.
Give me the light. Yes.
I just turned the sound effect. There's
There's the light. I'm glad we got the light. Again, as I said, we're not worthy of a light. But no, you can't be a starter when your team is 8-31.
That's what the voting is right now. Now, 50% of the voting doesn't come into play until the players and the media vote. But
Right.
the fans have him in. as a starter.
Well, who are
I'm
some
out.
of the other guards in the East that he's competing against?
Kemba Walker.
Okay. I mean, I didn't throw a challenge.
You didn't throw a challenge. I
on
saw
that
that
one, only because where he is scoring the ball, he's assisting as well, and they've had one of their second best player, and John Collins, missed 25 games. And so he basically was the guy that they had out there. He's a lot of times the All-Star game comes down to popularity. I think that he's somebody that regular people that are regular size can relate to.
People like me.
People like
regular
yourself.
people.
Regular size people. So but I think that he's taken a big step, and I don't think it's fair to expect for his team to have made this great leap when they don't have the necessary parts to help to make that leap along with him.
Being a giant person, I don't like his game, and I like his game, but he can't be in the All-Star game.
You say he can't be in the All-Star game at all.
No, you at 8-31, you can't be in there. You got to put somebody else in there. Winning is a big part of this league, and if we water down winning anymore with numbers, it'll drive me absolutely crazy. I like his game. Eventually, he'll probably get there, but as a giant person, I'm saying
As
no.
a giant person, you say no. I'm really torn on this one because it's really hard for me to argue that any team that is in last place in its conference has an all-star on it.
Well, that's the worst record in the league.
Right.
Yeah.
Golden State's not trying, and they have one more win.
But I think if you take whatever guards that are ahead of him in the East and you put them in his situation on the Hawks, and you put him in Boston instead of Kemba Walker, I think he still does the same thing that he's doing, and I think that Kemba Walker on the Hawks is scoring a lot of points. And they're not winning either.
I'll tell you one thing. Honestly, this is real talk. Ready? You put him on Boston right now with the way Boston's assembled. It's last year all over again with Kyrie Irving. I think he's looking for his stuff too much. He's trying to get his at the expense of the team. And I tell you what, Kemba Walker is giving up shots. He's trying to play the right way. He's doing stuff. I just don't think, at his age that he fits there. So I don't think that. So like I say, I just think I would put anybody from the winning team's point guard over him.
Well, I don't think that there's a ton of choices.
Well, that's the other thing. A lot of the guards that you would think of normally in the East have been hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal's been out. I mean, his team is not doing well. John Wall has been an all-star in the East,
right?
For a few years. He's out. But other than that, there's no names that really, especially at that point guard position, that really jump out at me.
Ben Simmons, who you don't think should be the point guard.
Well,
in Philadelphia.
I think that not that he shouldn't be the point guard, but I think that he should.
See, I'm doing what McHale does.
He needs another point guard, a traditional point guard, to go along with him. But I also think in Trae Young, the difference between him and Kyrie Irving is he's a much more willing passer than Kyrie is, and I do think that he makes the players that he has around him better. They're just not good enough yet. So even when he makes them better, that's still not good enough.
Okay. That's a fair argument. And you know what? I don't get to grant you the challenge, say it's correct or not. I don't have that power. It's not vested in me. I think the segment was...
Which is why they should do away with the challenge altogether.
Amen. There you go right there.
We'll see if they do away with the segment.
Told you. It was by necessity. It was leaving slowly anyway. All I did was just hurry up the process.
You look sharp, though.
I thank you.
I meant it as a compliment.
And I take it as one. Trust me. At this stage of my life, I take anything I can get.
As well, right?
There you go.
You guys have obviously been hanging out with several of our other guys here on Game Time, but a 7-game Saturday night in the NBA, including the Lakers without LeBron James or Anthony Davis. LeBron has those flu-like symptoms, dealing with a cold, and AD has a bruised tailbone. But going to look at some highlights here. As the Lakers face the Thunder, it's now 114-96 with less than 5 minutes to go in that fourth quarter. Guys, it's not easy to talk about a Lakers team without LeBron or AD because long term, those are going to be the guys that we're talking about. But a huge night from Kyle Kuzma thus far with 31 points, 7 rebounds, 13 of 21 from field, and perhaps a surprise from Rajon Rondo with 21 and 12.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it should be lost on anybody who's on the other side from Rondo. He tends to get motivated when he sees Chris Paul on the other side. He does.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, you go back and look at his history, he likes to compete against Chris Paul. This is not a shocker to me, but this is what you want to see from Kyle Kuzma. You don't have LeBron and AD. You need that third guy. If Kuzma's going to be that third guy, you need him to have a night like this.
Look, I think about